Let's talk about Joe Biden's Howard University commencement speech. First of all, congratulations to all Howard University alum. Congratulations to all HBCU alum throughout the country. Congratulations to all Black students who graduated from any institution, but a special commendation to those who graduated from the HBCU. I did not appreciate Joe Biden using Howard University's commencement as a platform to push his re-election. I thought it was selfish. I thought it was opportunistic, and I thought it was disingenuous. That was not a graduation speech. I know because I give them. I'm the greatest commencement speaker. No, I'm not, but I'm top 5. I'm one of the greatest commencement speakers in our people's history. That was not a commencement speech. That was not a commencement speech. That was a campaign stomp. That's what that was. And I want to give a special shout out to the students at Howard University who protested Joe Biden during his commencement address. Shout out to those Howard University students. Shout out to those Howard University students. Shout out to those Howard University students who protested Joe Biden silently and respectfully, but you protested nonetheless his being the speaker at Howard University. Kudos to all of you for representing your race. Kudos to all of you for representing your race. There's not a rapper on earth who is a better orator than me. Put your money up. There's not a rapper on earth. I don't care who you want to get. Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Drake. Put your money up. I'll eat all they asses. Political debate or oratorical contest. You're crazy. There's not a rapper in this country who would get on the stage with me in an oratorical contest. I would tear their asses up. They can't touch the God and they know it. You're crazy. They're a better rapper. I'm not no rapper. I'm an orator. But if they want to step in my lane, I'll eat their asses for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The best rapper down to the lowest. You're crazy. It's not a rapper on this earth who can debate me in anything. Not one of them. Not one of them. Put your money where your mouth at. Put your money. Go and get the who you gonna get that could go to war with me toe to toe? Who? Which one of them gonna go to? I love Killer Mike, but I will eat his lunch. Ain't nobody you know messing with me on no microphone. I love my brother, but I will eat his lunch. You are out of your damn mind. You are out of your damn mind. Ain't a rapper you know could mess with me in no damn debate. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I love KRS-One. I would eat his lunch. I would eat his lunch. Stop playing with me. Now, let me get back to what I'm saying. Let me refocus. I would eat his lunch. Kanye West, are you kidding? I would eat Kanye West's lunch. I would eat his lunch. Put your money up. No disrespect. I love KRS-One. No disrespect. Kanye told truth to power. No disrespect. Killer Mike be standing up for the people a lot of the time. No disrespect, but ain't no rapper you know, can put me in a box. You're crazy. You're crazy. Now let me get back out of your damn mind. I'll run circles around any of them. Now let's get back to where we at. Let's get back. Don't make me beat my chest like I don't know who I am. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bruh. Stop playing with me. I will eat their lunch. Stop playing. Now, let's go over Joe Biden. No damn rapper messing with me. Are you crazy? Okay. Joe Biden told some lies in that speech. Joe Biden said he gave more money to HBCUs. Joe Biden said he gave more money to HBCUs. Maybe he's dealing with dementia. Maybe he's dealing with dementia. Joe Biden cut billions from his HBCU financial pledge. Joe Biden, you lied on stage at Howard University's commencement. You cut money, a whole lot of money. You reduced the 46 billion, I think it was, to 2 billion. And then you said that HBCUs have to compete for the 2 billion. And then you said that minority serving institutions can also compete for the $2 billion in HBCU money. In fact, you changed the White House initiative from the HBCU initiative to the minority serving colleges and universities initiative. You lied, President Biden. You lied. And then you gave a shout out to the Divine Nine. I'm not impressed with that. I'm not impressed with that. No disrespect to the Divine Nine. I love y'all. I support the fraternities. I support the sororities. I was going to be a Q dog back in grad school. They messed the paperwork up. That's behind me now. But I support the Divine Nine. But y'all don't really do shit nationally to fight the problems that affect black people. I'm just being honest. Y'all don't really do much nationally to fight the problems that affect black people. If we want to keep it a buck, right? Kamala Harris was absent at President Biden's Howard University commencement speech. Absent from her alma mater. I wonder why. I wonder why. I also noticed that President Biden kept referring to us as Black American instead of African American. This has been a new strategy during the reparations debates. Start calling us Black Americans instead of African Americans as a way to suppress the Pan-African consciousness of American blacks. It is an insult to call you a Black American. What the hell is a Black American? That don't even exist. Why did they stop using African American? To cut you off from your connection to your ancestral home. It's a reparations tactic. It's a reparations tactic. Cut you on off from your ancestral homeland, Black American. And then Joe Biden said, quote, listen to this. Your president, all y'all voted for him. Silence is complicity. Hate has to be defeated. Joe Biden said, silence is complicity in racism. So can we ask the president a question? If silence is complicity, what were you doing when the police were killing black people during your term? What were you doing when that white woman who got Emmett Till murdered was home living her best life, never getting arrested? If silence is complicity, why did you pass an anti-Asian hate bill, but you didn't pass an anti-black hate bill? You are a walking contradiction and an absolute liar. Joe Biden said silence is complicity in racism, and who has been more silent and more complicit in racism against black people than President Joe Biden, brothers and sisters? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. He said we are all created equal. I can't tell. He said, quote, listen to this. Joe Biden at Howard University's commencement said, quote, white supremacy is the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland. What? Joe Biden told the graduates of Howard University that white supremacy is the most dangerous domestic terrorist threat to our homeland. So if white supremacy is the #1 domestic terrorist threat, Joe Biden. And I do agree. I do agree. But if that's the case, why hasn't there been a white supremacy executive order coming from the White House to protect black people? Why hasn't there been a white supremacy executive order coming from the White House to protect black people? Why hasn't there been a white supremacy executive order coming from the White House to protect black people? Why isn't the Ku Klux Klan registered as a hate group? The Ku Klux Klan been killing black people for 157 years, and they are still able to march freely and proudly with police protection through any black community in the United States. If white supremacy is a domestic terrorist problem, Joe Biden, why is the Ku Klux Klan not registered as a domestic terrorist organization? Why? You are a damn hypocrite. Let's continue. What else did he say? He said, stand for truth over lies. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Joe Biden said we must stand for truth over lies. Why are you letting all those migrants into the country who are going to take jobs from all those Howard grads you were kissing up to? If we're going to stand for truth over lies, President Biden, why are you letting all those migrants in at the border who are getting bussed into black communities all around the country to take jobs from those Howard University graduates you claim to be so proud of? Where's the truth? And where is the lie? If you care about us, and that's the truth, why are you trying to give 4 million illegal immigrants American citizenship and work permits? Why are you trying to give 4 million illegal immigrants American citizenship and work permits? You know why, Joe Biden? Because you don't want the Democratic Party to keep depending on black people to get elected. The Democratic Party is tired of being branded the party of black America. So you want to bring immigrants in and make them Democrats. The Ukrainians, the Afghanis, the Mexicans, the Cubans, the migrants. You want to turn them into citizens so they can vote Democrat so y'all can stop giving fake promises to black people. That's why you're letting the migrants in so they could turn us into a permanent underclass. I want to know who invited Joe Biden to Howard University's commencement. I want to know who invited Joe Biden to Howard University's commencement. It was very disingenuous for that man to use Howard University's commencement as an opportunity to sell himself to voters. In case you all don't know, Joe Biden's black approval rate is down 30%. In case y'all don't know, black people are waking up just a little bit. Joe Biden's approval rate in black America is down 30 points. So Kamala arranged for him, I believe, I suspect, I allege that Kamala Harris arranged for Joe Biden to be the commencement speaker at Howard to try to brainwash those Howard grads into coming out for him in next year's election. He is down in the black voter polls, and that's not good for the Democratic Party. That's why Brittany Griner came home with my assistance. That's why Brittany Griner came home before the Christmas break, because the Negroes of the Congressional Black Caucus the Negroes of the Congressional Black Caucus could not go back home for Christmas break without something on their plate for their constituency. So Joe Biden gave you Brittany Griner as a consolation prize, and then he gave you a damn marijuana pardon bill. Anybody in federal prison, what was it? For marijuana, what was it? Felony marijuana charge, I think it was. Felony marijuana charge, something to that effect. And we did the research and found out what? We did the research and it was like felony marijuana with some other conditions. And we did the research and found out what? No black person is in federal custody for the federal marijuana charge who met the conditions Joe Biden laid out to be pardoned. So Joe Biden invented a law and a pardon. He signed an executive order that he knew no black person would benefit from. You can't make this up, brothers and sisters. You can't make this up, brothers and sisters. You cannot make this up. Go do your research if you don't believe me. Joe Biden signed an executive order pardoning anyone in federal custody for a certain amount of marijuana. And if you met these conditions, you will be pardoned by the president of the United States. And guess what? Not a single black person in America qualified for the Joe Biden marijuana pardon bill. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I know some of you black Democrats can't stand me. I know some of you black Democrat mayors, black Democrat governors, black Democrat city council, black Democrat state senator, black Democrat state legislature. But I tell you what I'll do. For a $5,000 donation to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I will debate any black Democrat elected official. You must hold an office. I will debate any black elected official in America for a $5,000 donation to the FDMG Academy on whether the Democratic Party is the party of white supremacy or black progress. Where's the debate? Let's do the debate. Let's do the debate. And you know who I would like to debate? Guess who I want to debate? Barack Hussein Obama. Somebody get the former president on the phone. Somebody get to Barack Obama and said, Dr. Umar wants to come to Chicago and debate you on whether or not the Democratic Party has destroyed black America or helped us. Somebody get Sean King is my brother, but he's not on my level. I cannot do that. You got to bring me somebody on my level. No disrespect to Sean King. I'm a scholar. Somebody go get Barack Obama. Go get Barack Obama. Get Obama. I want Obama. I want Obama. Me and him, let's square off. Nothing's off limits. Let's go in. Ifa Tunde versus Obama. Chicago 2024. Ifa Tunde. Roland Martin is not on my level. Y'all know Roland Martin can't debate me. Come on. Come on, let's be serious. Let's be serious. I'm not debating no woman. Let us finish this. He also said, transgender children have a right to be free. Why are you discussing transgender children at the Howard University commencement? No children are there. Everybody graduating is an adult. Everybody graduating is an adult. And he had the audacity to bring up transgender children have a right to be free. What does that have to do? I'll debate Donald Trump. I would debate Donald Trump. I have no motivation to debate Don Lemon. I have no motivation to debate Don Lemon. Don Lemon been acting kind of black lately. Don Lemon been acting kind of black lately, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. We might find him with a queen soon. Don Lemon might end up with a queen. Let me find out Don Lemon got him a 5'5", thick in the thighs, Ifa Tunde type sister. Let me catch Don Lemon with a 5'5", thick in the thigh, E5 Tunde sister. I better not catch Don Lemon out on the town with a 5'5", thick in the thigh, E5 Tunde body type queen. Cause Don Lemon, he might be coming over to the Garvey movement. I don't know, brothers and sisters. Governor DeSantis is a white supremacist. Governor DeSantis, however you say his name, I'm going to call him Governor Demon, okay? Demon. Governor Demon of Florida is a white supremacist. And all he's doing is he saw how Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton by catering to the racist consciousness of America. Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton by catering to the racist collective consciousness of the American people. Governor Demon Santis of Florida, he is going to beat Donald Trump at his own game. The Donald Trump DeSantis Republican runoff is going to be about who will give voice to the white supremacists the best. That is a white supremacy runoff for the Democratic Party. Whichever one of them will appear to be the most racist, the most anti-black, that's who will get the Republican nomination. All DeSantis is doing is he's trying to use Donald Trump's strategy of extreme white supremacy against Donald Trump. Okay? Y'all got me on that? And then he kept talking about suppressing black people's right to vote. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want black people who want to vote suppressed from voting. But voter suppression is not the biggest problem in black America. But the Democrats be trying to make it look like it. Al Sharpton be trying to make it look that way. The NAACP be trying to make it look like that. Voter suppression, voter suppression, voter suppression, voter suppression, voter suppression. That's not the biggest problem. What about the black people who did vote and still didn't get shit? What about the black people who did vote and still did? Voter suppression is not our problem. The reason why your Negro leaders keep focuses on voter suppression because they are too scared to fight the real problems. And then he said black history is being erased in the schools. Joe Biden said black history is being erased in the school. Joe Biden said black history is being erased in the school. But you're not doing nothing to put it back in the school. The removal of black history is a form of racial discrimination. And any school district or state department of education that removes black history from the school is practicing discrimination in federally funded programs, and they should lose all their Title I money, all their special ed money, all their JROTC money, all their reach to exceed money. All federal funding should be cut off from Texas schools. Why isn't Joe Biden enforcing the law? Why is Joe Biden letting all these states eliminate black history, which amounts to racial segregation? That is a form of discrimination in instruction, and he's not doing anything about it. Talking about they taking black history out of the school, and he's not doing anything. And then he bragged. He said, I'm the first president to put a black woman on the Supreme Court. I want my black men who are registered Democrats. I want all my alpha males, all unapologetically African alpha males who are not bunny hopping. Please listen. He said, I put more black females on the federal appellate court bench than any president in history. He didn't say I put more black people on the appellate federal court. He said I put more black women. Do you know what that was about? Divide and conquer, separate and rule. That is catering to the black female vote and ignoring the black man. Why would he say, I put more black female judges on the appellate bench than any president in history? He never said, I put more black people on the appellate court bench. He said women. He's separating the black woman vote from the black man vote because he know he not going to do nothing for brothers. He know he not going to do nothing for brothers. He knows he's not going to do anything for brothers. And then he said he wants marijuana records expunged. He brought up that fake executive order that he signed. He brought it back up. He brought it back up. He said, I want marijuana records expunged, but he didn't tell nobody that that fake ass executive order that he signed a couple of months applied to absolutely no black people in federal custody for marijuana. And then he said, he mentioned the George Floyd bill, but he didn't mention nothing about passing it. He mentioned the George Floyd bill, but he didn't mention nothing about passing it. He mentioned the George Floyd bill, but he didn't mention nothing about passing it. And then he talked about how Kamala Harris had the Howard University marching band behind her when she got inaugurated in 2021. He talked about how Kamala Harris had the Howard University. What does that matter? So what? I'm glad the Howard University students got to march in the presidential inauguration. They can show those pictures to their grandkids. But beyond that, that's empty symbols. We need substance. That's empty symbols. We need substance. That's empty symbols. Then he said, there are sinister forces trying to reverse racial progress. Can I ask y'all a question? Whose voice has been more sinister against black people than Joe Biden? Somebody answer me. He said there are sinister forces trying to reverse black progress. What force has been more sinister than Joe Biden? What force has been more sinister against black people than the White House? What force has been more sinister against black people than the Congressional Black Caucus? What voice has been more sinister against black people than mass incarceration, miseducation, gentrification, and the police? Isn't this the same president during State of the Union who said, don't defund the police, fund the police? He didn't mention none of the police victims. He said, don't defund the police, fund the police. Joe Biden. And now he's talking about sinister forces trying to reverse progress. Man, I wish a Negro would come to me about some damn voting. I wish a Negro would come to me about some damn voting. This is your big brother King Kong Consciousness. Signing off. All I'm going to say is, we got to stick together, brothers and sisters. Anti-black racism in America is as bad today as it was in 1960. Anti-black racism in America is as bad today as it was in 1960. Anti-black racism in America is as bad today as it was in 1960. We must unite and we must organize. All power is to the people, and Africa must be free. Peace and Pan-Africanism.